Alright guys, Dragon John Z here, and let's talk about my Nationals disqualification. So, I know everybody's talking about it on Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff, and I know I was like taking a break from it, and I'm not like hiding or anything, but it was just really heartbreaking and depressing for me, especially after like grinding so hard to get there. But so, what happened was I played my round one, and me and my opponent drew because I won game one, but he ran out of time, and he got the 0 points because I won game one. He ran out of time, and we didn't concede finish the match. So I was 1-0, and then I went to round two playing another blue red deck, and they playing locations and stuff. I 2-0 them, and then I went to my next round, round three. And I think this is where the important of the round happened. Everything happened. So I play against my opponent in round three, and you know how your opponent shuffles your deck. I try to do some new pro stuff wherever, and try to like shuffle my cards without looking like that, right? And then I was talking about it. My cards like a little bit grindy and stuff. And my opponent's like, yeah, he shuffled my cards and everything. And then I guess for the 2 rounds, they knew sleeves, but they still like catching a little bit. So I was like, all right, I gotta switch some of the sleeves out. I switched some of the sleeves out, and then we played that game. I 2-0 him, but all my blue red games came to like time. So I tried to play fast. He played fast. It was a good game. He didn't find his Hirams, stuff like that. And after the game concluded, I was like, we had an hour lunch break. So I was like, yeah, let's go get food and stuff. Good job. Playing and everything. Um, don't worry, I carry you to the finals. Everybody's like, well, my tiebreakers will be good since I lost to you, and I was like, yes, I got you. Don't worry. And I was to pick my stuff up. Like you know how blue red players, you got like 1,000 of ink because I'm playing Greystone Dragon and all that stuff. So I just scoop my cards up, put it in my deck box. All right, let's go to eat food, and then I could go tell my friends. Guess what, guys? I 2-0-1, but in the app it shows as 3-0-0 because I didn't lose a game. So it's interesting. So I was like, yeah, and everybody's laughing like, yeah, 302. I'm a 3-0. That's funny, but still I'm below the other players that's 3-0 because I'm not really a 3-0. I lost one my round one. That's a 1-0. So I ate food. We had an hour break, talked to friends, all the other good stuff. Went downstairs, watched the live stream, talked to all the opponents. Then came back upstairs. Time for my round four. Another blue red player. Oof. And it was my favorite person to play against, Mostar, because he's a grinder, and I saw him grinding on Lorcanita and stuff like that. And then I was like, hmm, number one in the rankings, huh? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, hopefully you play blue red so we can have a good, fun match. Yeah, some people be like, don't say nothing, but I told them, yeah, I'm on blue red, so everybody knows in the room I'm playing blue red. So if you don't know me by now, I play blue red in Vegas, I play blue red in Seattle, and in Nationals, why change it? So we played, and then I beat him 2-0, and then I was decided. We went to my next round. I was 4-0-0 because still that 1-0 in the beginning of round one. And then I was like, all right, let's play this. Let's play this game. It's gonna be fun. Nobody can draw. Nobody can like talk to nobody about it. Don't say nothing. You get disqualified or wherever. Game laws. Don't say none of that stuff. And it's fun for me because since I played in Atlanta, I never even liked it to draw. I like to play it all out. But as I grew as a player and I got to know people, you know, and people be like, you undefeated. Why would you not draw with me? You know, and I'm like, because I want to play. You know, but then I started feeling bad for the player base and stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna knock all these players out of the top position just because I want to just play my game and be a competitive player. You know, which started to be nice, and everybody knew who I was, and they started to like me more, and then it's like a big thing that grew for me. You know, so then you go to DLC, just like, all right, 5-0, 4 draws. You know, but this tournament, it was like playing Dragon Ball Z on hardcore mode. It was like a lot of competitors, and you can't split. You gotta fight to the death. And I was like, all right. So I went around 5, and I'm like, yes. And then one was like, everybody that I played against was the person that was like sitting at my table at breakfast in the morning and was all talking about it. And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna play blue red and beat everybody with blue red. Hopefully I get all the mirrors in there. But I was like, ha, hopefully I don't play against you, John. And I'm like, you hope not, you know? And then I was like, yeah. And then round 1, person sit right to my left. Yep. Round 2, I don't know him, but he was blue red. Round 3 was other friends sitting right to the right. So dude I played round 1 to the left, dude I played round 3 to the right. You know, both sitting by me talking about. I was talking about my build and everything. That was funny. That's funny. So I guess that's why you don't talk about your build and stuff. But it's there's nothing you can do about that. Just play the games out. You know. And then I played round 4 Monster, and then I played the dude that's in second seed in day 2, right? The blue red player. And then it was talking about the matchups. He's like, yeah, I beat 2 blue reds last round, and it's pretty good matchup, you know. So I was like, yeah, well, let's see how this goes. I even took my sweater off. I was like, let's take my sweater off. Let's get a little hot in here. Let's play some fun games. Let's do this. And then he was like, all right, let's do this. And then he rolled a dice, and then he got like, or I don't know what it was, a high number. It was like 10 or 11 or something. And I was like, oh, can't beat that. And I rolled my dice. And I was like, it don't really matter. Let's go. Let's play. And then we was about to play, and it was like, deck check. And I'm like, all right, go ahead, deck check. You know? And then we sat there talking about stuff, laughing and stuff. And then they came back, and it was like, well, we need to talk to you. You're missing a card. You got 62 cards registered, and you're playing 61. So I was like, oh, how did I miss a card? Where did I miss a card? What card is it? And I'm thinking, like, going through my mind, like, did I? Because I played 100 deck lists, like, through testing. And I'm like, I didn't change anything because I finalized my deck 2 days before the tournament. That's why I cut my brain off, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to play Marvel Rivals and have fun. Because I think I got the best deck list. If I overthink it, or if I try to do any tech, I'm going to lose. And I'm going to lose to the mirror. Because I tried Mulan, I tried all that other stuff, and I'm like, why would I do that to myself? If I play against a mirror, Mulan's going to be bad. It's going to slow me down, you know. My prediction was Blue Red being the best deck, Amber Steel being the second deck. Not just regular Amber Steel that Decandio played. And then Red Purple. Because Red Purple going to struggle in the best of 2. They're not going to be able to get out of the best of 2. Because it's going to be really hard to chew on somebody with Red Purple, you know. Unless you Ed did it. He did a good job. But, you know, that's what I thought about. I'm like, and my 2 decks I was going to play, it was Blue Red, Red Purple. And I'm like, what do I do? Do I play Red Purple? Change it in the middle of the whole thing? Surprise everybody? Get all the wins? You know, okay, everybody like, oh, he playing Blue Red. Let me mulligan for it. Oh, no. Flynn on turn 2. Win, you know? But I was like, is Red Purple that consistent to Flynn on turn 2? If I brick one time, the Blue Red player can run over me. So I was like, okay, well then, I'm just gonna play the deck that I know, and let's play it. So when they found that I was missing a card, they was like, what happened? Where's the card? I was like, I don't know. Where's the card at? I had it one of the rounds. I'm pretty sure I played it versus my opponent, you know. I didn't register 61. I hope not, you know. So, because I don't know. I'm like, one of the rounds I did, like, count my deck. I think it was like round 2 or something. But I didn't count it after that. I count my deck, and I'm like, okay, 62 cards, I'm sure. Yep, all right, we're good. Let's go to round 3 so we can go to lunch. Play round 3 and go to lunch. And then I was like, okay. And so around, I'm missing a card. I'm like, okay, we're going in the room. I'm like, what card am I missing? And they said, you got two Maui Shark registered. You missing your third Maui Shark. And I'm like, what? Let me count my deck. I counted my deck, 60 cards, well, 59 cards, plus those two, 61. And I'm like, so there's two Maui Sharks. I have one full shark that I won in a RAS for $15 when it was $75. Somebody posted it and I won that card. And I'm like, I know what the card, it was a full Maui Shark, you know. And then it was like, all right, go back to your seat, look in your bag, look in your like your pockets, take your hoodie off, look at your hoodie, and I'm like, nope, I don't got the shark at all. Like I don't know, you know. And I'm like, I don't know what happened, you know. And my opponent's joke was like, well, about to go buy a shark from the vendors, and I was like, if that's what happens, I gotta buy one. I don't mind buying the one. And then I was like, well, I don't know what to do, Judge. And it was like, when the last time you remember having it? And I'm like, it could have been, I don't know. Like, I remember killing somebody with the shark. Like, I had a shark out, they killed it, and I played a second four shark, and then I was like, Pirate's Life kill you with the four shark for the win. And I made a joke about it, I laughed about it. And then I was like, well, I don't remember what round. And I'm like, hmm. And I was like, maybe it was last round, you know? Maybe it was the last round that I played. I played Monster, you know, so maybe it was him that I killed the fourth shark who was, you know. And then I was like, and then it was like, are you sure? And I'm like, I know I had it in this tournament, so I'm pretty sure I had it, you know. And then they asked him, they was like, do you got the four? Did he had a four shark? And he was like, I don't know. It could have been a four. I don't know whether it was a four or not, you know. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm screwed. I don't know what happened to it, you know. Maybe I dropped it on the ground, somebody picked it up, and they took it, and they kept it, you know. I'm not mad they kept it. I just get them to buy another one or something, or, because I know in other games I played Magic the Gathering for 10 years, you know. So I was like, it's pretty sure it's a game loss, you know, stuff like that. Hopefully not a GQ. Well, I'm not too familiar with the Lorcana rules and stuff, but you know, in Magic, if you lose a card and stuff like that, they would make you replace it with a land, and that's the rest of the tournament you play with it, a basic land, and you're like, well, this basic land is crap, you know. So I was like, all right, well, what did I do? And then I went back. They took me back to the room, and it was like, this is your four shark right here. Well, we had this shark for 2 rounds ago. So now I'm like, everything races in my head. I'm like, did I really lose it 2 rounds ago? So that was a round where I played the dude that was to my right, and I was like, so I didn't kill Monster with the shark last round. It was a round ago, round three, because he was the one that I did it, because I laughed with him about doing it. So it was round three. So when I changed my sleeves and all that stuff to go to lunch, I must have dropped it on the ground, and I did not know. And I did not count because I'm stupid. Okay, I did not count it. I did not count the cards. I just changed it, and I was like, shuffle, put it in my deck box. Let's go. You know, let's go eat some food, and let's go talk and laugh and have fun. You know, and I played so many blue red mirrors. I just, you know, I ran out of time every time. So it was like I had to play fast. I didn't count it. I'm trying to go do other stuff, use the bathroom, eat food, talk with friends, talk to Zan, say, did you do it? Did you win your round? And he was like, yeah, same bracket to 201. And I was like, well, that's scary, you know? And then they found it. They said they had it 2 rounds ago. So I'm like, nobody told me that they had it 2 rounds ago. Like, if it was a long hour long lunch break, then I would have knew, like somebody would be able to talk to me about it. You know, it was an hour long lunch break. That's when I lost it, round three, and now I'm at round five. So I had lunch break time, and I had what's the name, and I was like, during lunch break, I'm not trying to check my cards. I'm not thinking about picking up my cards and be like, you know what, guys, let's play a practice game. Maybe I should have. Some people was playing a practice game on lunch break. Maybe I should have played a practice game and like, all right, let's see what I can do versus other decks, and then I would have noticed. But I never thought about, I never counted my deck in other games either. I just never lost a card. And Magic, I did lose my deck, but it was my draft deck in like the Pro Tour when I was at the Pro Tour, and that was fun. But everybody laughed at me, but they found it. Somebody returned it in, and they announced it and everything. They was like, "Hey, somebody lost their deck box," and I'm like, "Ah, it's me." And I got laughed at. How it is. I do stupid things. We all players. We play games. We try to win, and we just have fun. And then it was like, okay, well, so you lied. You said you might have had it last round, and you did not have it the last round. So it was a round before that, and we asked your opponent. He said he didn't have it. So now you lying to us. And at that moment, I'm like, I'm not trying to lie to you. I was trying to figure out where I had it at because I didn't want to get called for playing 61 cards the whole tournament. They're like, oh, you don't play two sharks the whole tournament. You don't know where it's at, so you never had it the whole time. And I'm like, no, I had it. I'm pretty sure I killed somebody with it. You know, that's why I told him to ask my last round opponent. Somebody I killed. But it was around before that. You know. So I'm like, what do I do at this point? I didn't get mad at the judge. I didn't yell. I didn't do none of that stuff. I was just like, so what do I do? And then he was like, here's your card. Go talk to the other judge. The lady judge like shuffled up the cards. I'm gonna give you a pro tip. And I was like, what's that? She was like, make sure you power shuffle and count your cards every round. And I was like, well, I'm gonna do that from now on. Now that I finally lost a card, I never lost a card in my life in the tournament. Because if I did, I would have been counting every time. And I see why everybody power shuffled and that stuff. And I always wonder, like, why they power shuffling all these cards like this. That just you go to your next round and do all that stuff. But I see now. I had to learn a hard lesson in the biggest tournament of my life, nationals when I could have been the worlds. Especially when I'm at table one playing against the undefeated blue-red player. And then so I went back to my table after they gave me my card and I shuffled and I was heated. You got a game one loss. I didn't get to actually lose my game to my opponent, because I haven't lost a game all day. So I was like, well, my first game loss was not from me. So the opponent said, sorry, bro, and it's like, it's okay. Let's play. It's fine. And then he was like, so how did this work? I rolled the dice before you left, and I won on the draw. And I'm like, I won a run a dice roll, so I'll be on the play. And the judge came over and was like, well, since he won a dice roll, he's still on the play. And I was like, now I'm playing against the best blue-red player that's undefeated, and I'm on a draw. And everybody says it's really hard to win on a draw. And then I was like, well, this is fun. It's fun then. Get a handicap. Let's play it. Let's see if I can beat you, or do you owe to me? And we would play the fastest game of blue red I ever played in my entire life. I didn't laugh. I didn't joke like I usually do. I joke and laugh with players as I'm playing with them. I didn't laugh or joke at him. And then he bricked on his high room, and I didn't. I won the game in like 6 minutes. Like I literally didn't win yet, but I was playing, and I went Lifts and Dragon, and Big Sisu to kill his two T-pos. He played two T-pos because he had nothing else to do, and then I played Big Sisu, and I still had like 6 cards in hand because I had Hiram on board for like 3 turns. And then he was like, "Yeah, I drew really bad this game," and I was like, "Yeah." And he didn't concede yet, but he was like, "Yeah," and I'm like, 2 more turns, I could just close the game out. And then the judge came back over and looked at me, and then he said that I need to talk to you. And I was like, what's going on again? And he was like, stuff is not adding up. Not adding up. You said you had it in the last round, but we had it for 2 rounds. So that's lying to the judge, and I'm gonna have to disqualify you. So, and I was like, I wasn't trying to lie to you, sir. I was just saying I know I had the card so that you wouldn't say that I was playing with 61 cards. And he said, yeah, but you said you're so adamant about having the card in the tournament, but we had it 2 turns ago, you know? So in the rule book, that's lying to the judge. So we're going to have to disqualify you. And that's like, there's nothing I could do or say. And then I'm like, can I appeal to the head judge? And then I look at his badge and I'm like, he is the head judge. just my luck. And I was like, yes, sir. And right there, I broke. I was like, I should have fallen to the ground. I like just wanted to fall to the ground and just cry right there. But with a competitive player playing in a pro player room, I didn't want to distract no other players in the room, you know. So he was like, "Well, if you want to fill out a form about the disqualification, go ahead. Here's the computer. You can write it up." And I was like, "All right, I'll write. I'll type what I know," and I just typed the same thing that I said. I thought I had my card one of the rounds, and here we go. Now I'm getting disqualified, and I was at first table, and I was like undefeated. And I never did anything wrong. I didn't cheat. I didn't draw on edge cards. I didn't, purposely throw my cards on the ground or none of that stuff. I just lost a card a round ago, and they had the card for 2 rounds, and nobody said nothing. And you know, and the person that found the card was a person, and he told my friend, "Yeah, I found John's card, but I gave it to the judge. They said the judge would take care of it, but he wanted to give it to me because he knew who I was." And I was like, "Bro, why didn't you just tell me? Like if I found somebody's card and I knew there was a player that was sitting there, and I would have been like, hey, bro, did the judge give you your card? Because you dropped it like last round, and they picked it up, you know." And I'd be like, what? Check my deck? No, I didn't get my card. And it was during lunch break, so I would have had a lot of time to go talk to him and find it and do it. And then I guess nobody didn't save me that day. And then my opponent got the 2-0, and I just get to qualified. And I was just so high in the sky. I was like, yes, I'm day two. There's nothing that can stop me from getting day two. I can just 1-1. I can even get an 0-2. But I wasn't going to do that. I was going to go 2-0 and then play my next round 2-0 and then be the highest player in nationals with the highest score. That's what my goal was to do. Because I practiced so hard. I think I made the best Blu-ray list that I can possibly make by myself. I did have people that I made my little small Discord, and I said on Twitter, if you want to join me in testing, I need a blue-red player, I need a red-purple player, and I need an amber-steel player. No other deck matters because I know what the meta is going to be. And I had people come in, and they did it. They played the decks I needed to practice against. Some people play blue-red. I played blue-red mirrors for like 5 hours, which I was like, okay, I'm done playing blue red mirrors. Somebody give me a blue or red purple player, so I can practice a matchup versus that. And then there's nothing I could do. I get disqualified, so I saw Zan, and he's like, did everything go all right, you know? And he just hugged me, and then I just cried in his arms like a baby. And I was like, it's just that's so sad, but it's like I can't stop thinking about it. It's like, it was a lot of things that I want to do. The people that I beat 2-0, I was gonna use the card that I beat them with to like sign it and tell them like, don't worry, bro, I got you. I carry your loss to worlds. You know, and I was gonna play with the cards that everybody that everybody signed. And like they all with me at worlds. Don't worry, we're gonna do this. Cause this is the first tournament I actually tried to win. Like every other DLC, when I play DLC, I look at the lowest prize and I'd be like, huh, if I get day two or top 128, at least I can get a let it go. Then they'll pay for my trip. But I'm not trying to like. I'm pretty sure I'm not a pro player. I'm not gonna win the tournament. That's for Zan and Ed and all the other players. I'm just a person that sits behind the screen and watch them win. And it's like, yes, good job. they top deck the best card ever. That's all been my life. I was watching them. I've been watching them when they play Magic. I was like, just one day I'll be just like them and win. This is my chance to actually get up there. And then I actually tried this time. Actually, every other tournament I went to, I never really practiced this deck. Oh, this deck won. I like to play it. I'm gonna play that deck. This tournament I practiced really hard. I played like 120 games. I built like every version possible that you can build of a deck. Like if you see my Dreamboard Inc., I have hundreds of like deck builds of the same deck. And I'm like Mulan, no Mulan, Tamatoa, no Tamatoa, Dime, no Dime, locations, no locations, hand Sisu, no hand Sisu, four big Sisus, no big Sisus, little Sisus, no little Sisus, Medusas, Maui Sharks, all Maui Sharks, no Maui Sharks. I did all my testing by myself and I did it. And I just I got all the best matchups and I thought I was there. Because if I were to be at the first seed, even if I lost my match in day two, which I wasn't planning on losing, but even if I did lose it, I would have made it the world. So it was right there. And then my disqualification, I didn't get none of my promos. I got nothing. I just got the entry promo and I lost everything today. So that's why I was like, I give up on playing the game. And everybody's trying to talk me to not giving up. I said I'd just rather just work instead of try to travel to events and actually grind and do all that stuff, spend time with my kid and family and stuff. And then it was like, no, just come back from this. It's like, how would you feel if that happened to you? And it's the first time I actually wanted to win a tournament. Other tournament, I was just trying to get the lowest prize. I wasn't trying to win. When I went to Vegas and I top 8'd, I was surprised myself. I was like, wow, I won. And this whole thing doesn't even feel real no more. And I just keep waking up from a dream. Like, what did I have a dream that this happened to me? Is I'm gonna wake up? Is I'm gonna wake up finally? And it's like, oh, what? That's the worst nightmare I ever had. Count your cards. Let's go play. But it's real. And now I'm not mad at judges. I'm not mad at nobody. I'm just telling y'all how it is. That's why I got disqualified. Because I said I had it last round, but they had 2 rounds ago. That's why. That's no. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm not making a live video. I'm not trying to tell y'all anything wrong or get mad. That's what it is. And I did play with a 61 card deck versus another blue red player in the last round, and they had my card. So if that means I get disqualified, then I understand. I should have counted my cards. But all I want to say is thank you guys. C-Man, CJ, Nikita, Mark, Sage Mode, um, Jeff, Justin, all y'all guys that came in my game and my Discord to help me practice for that. Thank you. I did it. I flew close to the sun. I was flying high, but I'm sorry. I would have made it, guys. But I'll take a break. I might play a Store Championship just to get me a Scar play mat. And I'll see you guys next time, Thank you, everybody.